and yeah. Who is Geralt? Book! And we not read it yet. Let's read it together, friends. The Kingdom of Temeria, a book describing Temeria, one of the most powerful northern kingdom. The Kingdom of Temeria by Makro Knopf. Temeria, the jewel of the north, has silver lilies on a black background as its emblem. The kingdom, always powerful, has gained even more prominence in recent years under the wise rule of the good King Foltest. Redania lies to the north across the Ponta River, while mountain ranges can be found to the south and east. One of them is Mahakam, a stronghold of dwarves and gnomes, past which the land of Lyria and Aedirn lie. The capital of Temeria is Vizima, located on the shore of Lake Vizima. Maribor is the Rome's second largest city. Nice. Okay, there's a part of the city in the north which still closed. Yeah, let's see. There's all closed. Maybe later on in the game it will be opened up, but for now, we cannot access it.
You have befriended non-humans, those outcasts.
You've mistaken me for someone else.
Witcher Geralt, I'm surprised to see you alive. Brain.
I can't fathom how...
Okay. Lock. Interesting. Okay, guys. To receive Seleucus, make sure you afternoon. And he's located here, you know. Going to the square, okay? Going to the square here, Jonathan Square. It's hard to find him. I spent a lot of time, but you know, this guy, see his face, right? He give you a very great book. Okay. Talk to him. This book is pretty good. Silogus, a legendary bestiary containing information on many monsters. Got Skull Hat, we got Zulk Phantom, Witchman, and you know, a bunch of other stuff that we already know. I think that's finished our exploring thing. At least at the outside. Now we're going to inside and start making a different. The innkeeper.
A famous monster slayer gracing my modest inn.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Tell me about the meetings that occur upstairs.
The noble Luvarden of the Merchants Guild rented the first floor of my inn. I'm to supply food and drink and keep my mouth shut.
I'm invited. Tell me more.
If so, you know all you need to know. If you feel you don't honor my discretion...
Maybe some gold will untie your tongue.
I like gold, but you can't possibly pay me as much as Lute Varden. Besides, I'd rather not annoy his backers.
Hackers.
Who's backing Lute Varden?
Quiet! I've said too much already. Oh, forgive me. Busy now.
Right, sit and enter.
Greeting.
Can I...
Lovely inn. You must have many
Lovely inn.
illustrious
You
guests.
must host many an illustrious guest.
True, though not many since this state of emergency.
Any other interesting customers?
You are nosy. Terrible fault. I have a terrible fault too. I'm greedy as hell.
Greedy as hell. I love people greedy as hell.
I knew we'd agree. I've got nothing against gossiping about my customers now.
I'm listening.
These suspicious types have been coming here for a while. The soldiers ignore them.
I gather they wear salamander symbols.
You know them.
Ever listen in?
They speak softly. I've heard very little.
I'm sure they've said something interesting.
I overheard them talking about a password to an underground complex. Or was it a workshop?
What was the password?
One said the word thorn.
Yeah, we already know that.
Information. Bye.
That's what, we should do this before we do the other class.
You'll only bring
But please take workshop. Now we go to Patrick the Wind.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Patrick the Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose.
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story?
Yes.
One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts, a vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to...
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
Okay, before we ask him this, do you know one secret
No
of
one
Daniel's?
secret of Daniel?
Indeed.
What news of him?
He is due to be promoted. In fact, he possibly has been already. I don't know, we never speak.
Can you tell me why?
He is transformed. Many of the Order perished in the swamp at the hands of the elves. All save him. They say he hid 2 days within a cow's carcass. Whatever happened, surely old Ache of Danel, Siegfried's father, wouldn't have fled when faced by elves.
You don't know that, so you shouldn't judge, sir.
It need be said, however, that though he gathered information about the
Where is he?
he trains recruits in front of the Order's seat in the Temple Quarter.
I talked about her sister.
Yes?
All right. I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
Okay, this is gonna piss him off, but we're gonna ask.
There's a blue-eyed courtesan at the whorehouse.
My sister would never degrade herself so.
I have no proof, but this woman matches your description.
Obtain proof. My family's honor is at stake.
I'll do what I can.
Blue eyes. Okay, next buy. Drink, cheap drink from the waitress, or take it from your inventory, whatever. It take as much as 7, I think. And then talk to Dandelion.
Geralt, I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you
Lute.
have a problem.
Geralt,
Okay,
How did you get in the trade quarter?
personal charm and fame open a lot of doors.
I doubt city guards appreciate poetry.
Geralt, you know so little. I approached a wealthy merchant whose daughter studied lute under me. With all the right contacts, he obtained a pass for me, thus demonstrating his appreciation for art. Sadly, we're no longer friends.
What's so special about this lute?
It's the one I got from Teruviel in the Valley of Flowers. Remember?
Who's Teruviel?
The she-elf from the Blue Mountains. You did quite a number on her nose when you two first met.
Where is she now?
I heard she joined the Scoia'tael. I wonder if she's still alive.
In the Valley of Flowers?
I even wrote a ballad about that, where the devil says goodnight. I'll be singing it today.
Oh.
I don't recall.
Now let's learn about number 1.
What's...
It's great, so you know why I want that lute back.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink?
Yes. One more time.
Forgot how tough you were.
Get up the courage to tell me about the
Got
loot.
up the courage to tell me about the lute?
I guess. My lute's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square, and I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your lute.
Wonderful.
Tell me about this merchant.
All right. Truth is, he's got reasons to dislike me.
What did you do this time?
Let's say his daughter and I got to know each other without permission.
Typical.
Luckily, last time I visited, I made her pretty happy, so she hid the loot for me in a trunk on the upper floor.
All right. I'll do my best to find it. Got up the... Why would...
Well,
In...
relax.
I don't have...
I'm mad.
Okay, we need to go to Dandelion's houses. And sorry for the last video that some of the video make lose the sound effect or the game sound since I was being stupid. Some of it access because I'm re-recording it, from which I think it is actually important, but some of highly hard to trigger event I cannot bother. So yeah, I let it be, but it's not really a lot of that, so I'll have you forgive me. Let's enter the food house, Dandelion food house.
Leave my daughter in peace.
How do you know I want to go to your daughter? You could pay him, but there's not a way. 50 orange?
I want my friend's loot.
That inflated singer seduced my daughter. Out!
I want nothing from your daughter.
I don't believe you. Get out of my house, you blooming drifter!
Listen, good man.
Out, or I'll kick you out!
I prefer a peaceful resolution.
Shove off.
I've heard enough insults.
I'll take you with one hand, bastard! Take that!
One hand? It's the Witcher you're talking about. This fight. insult me.
Damn you! Pass then. Just don't beat me anymore.
Huh.
The loot is in a trunk upstairs.
Damn you!
The loot is in a...
And it's like that. Okay, let's rob him blind. What happened?
The loot is in...
Now I'm at this mysterious door where I cannot get in. Let's go upstairs and meet the girl.
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. I apologize for the intrusion.
That's alright, I'm terribly bored since Papa caught the troubadour Dandelion here. No one sees me.
That's why I'm here. Heard any interesting gossip?
Heard any interesting gossip?
Nothing. Papa doesn't let me out of the house.
He caught Dandelion? Doing what?
He was to teach me music. One day, Papa returned from the trading post earlier than usual. We were rehearsing the cantata, A Bird's Tears. Papa walked in at the climax.
Is that an obscene song?
No, it's beautiful. Very poetic. Papa couldn't understand why the rehearsal was in the nude. He was furious. He pulled an old crossbow from behind the wardrobe. Luckily, his vision isn't what it used to be.
That's why I'm here.
Why didn't he come himself? Perhaps it's just as well. You look promising too.
I'm here about the loot.
I figured. Somehow he hasn't been singing love songs under my window since Father caught us. By the way, I hope you didn't hurt Papa.
He'll be fine.
Why should I give up the loot? After all, Dandelion won't come to see me anymore.
He's like that.
If I give it to you, he'll use it to serenade some other victim.
Victim? If you give up the loot, you prove he has nothing to do. You dump him. You demonstrate that your character, the beauty of your soul, outshine even your rosy cheeks. What?
If you give up the loot, it'll prove he's nothing to you. You dumped him.
Yes, he fell at my feet. He proposed, but I refused.
I would stop short of the married proportional non-belief. Now, can't take the loot?
Now can I take the loot?
Just a moment. What's in it for you? Why are you helping?
He's my friend.
A friend? Come closer. Fear not, I won't bite. I heard once that a witch's touch is, special.
Just a slight tinkling. Let me show you. It's a myth. I'll take the loot and bother you no more. Of course we need the card, so...
Causes a slight tingling. Let me show you.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not showing anything, so I attack that with no answer. Soundswalk card. I should look for the loot in the damsel's room.
Oh my!
Oh my, it's the trunk. Dandelion loot, it should be returned to him since he may need it. Whoa, vodka. Now let's go back. Dandelion. Okay, where's that Dandelion guy?
Geralt.
Here's your loot.
Here's your loot.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can.
If I can.
Okay, let's wait until 8 o'clock and then go back here. So let's rest.
Have a seat. I'll be with you soon.
Any room?
5 words.
Oh. 8. Off 6, 7, 8. Okay. Right. I'm sure of that.
Indeed, the bliss of leaves.